welcome back to ECA2. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about a very important and fundamental building block in electronics, that is operational amplifier. Operational amplifier, in short form, it is called op-amp. So let's begin. Introduction to operational amplifier. Operational amplifier eliminates the limitations of basic amplifiers. Let us see some of the limitations of basic amplifiers. One is low input impedance, moderate gain, and moreover it amplifies the noise that is present at the input. That noise may be environmental noise, thermal noise, and any other noise. Op-amp has got characteristics that closely approach the assumed ideal characteristics. This is one of the important significant feature of operational amplifier. Amplifiers built with op-amps work with DC voltages as well. This we may not observe with the amplifiers which were built with discrete devices. They are useful in sensor applications, for example, in the measurement of temperature, pressure, etc. Operational amplifier is an integrated circuit that comes up with an 8-pin package. Look at the circuit symbol of the operational amplifier that is shown here. It has got two input terminals. One is shown with negative symbol and it is called as inverting input. Another is shown with positive symbol and it is called a non-inverting input. It has got two power supply terminals. One is represented with V plus, another is represented with V minus. There is also an output terminal located at pin number 6. As a whole, it is understood that a minimum of 5 terminals are required for an operational amplifier to perform its function if it is having 2 power supply terminals. Let us look at the circuit function of the op-amp. The relation between the output voltage and the input voltage is as given below. V0 is equal to A into V plus minus V minus, where V plus is the voltage tied to plus terminal, V minus is the voltage tied to minus terminal. Here V plus minus V minus is represented with a differential input voltage, where A is open loop gain. Op-amp has differential input and single-ended output. Differential input meaning applying VID in between V plus and V minus, that is applying the input as V plus minus V minus is what is the differential input. Single-ended output means taking the output at the node represented here with respect to the ground. Let us look at the equivalent circuit of op-amp. It consists of input resistance Ri across which the voltage is Vi. It also has a dependent voltage source AV times Vi in series with an output resistance R0. This circuit will be very much helpful to us in the analysis of op-amp circuits. Let us consider ideal characteristics of operational amplifier. In addition to the ideal op-amp, we have considered a general purpose operational amplifier LM741 op-amp. Input resistance. Ideally, its value is infinity, and its value in the case of LM741, if it is made out of bipolar transistors, its value is 10 power 6 ohms, and if it is made out of field effect transistors, its value is 10 power 9 to 10 power 12 ohms. In the case of an input current, its ideal value is 0. Its value ranges from 10 power minus 12 to 10 power minus 8 amperes. If it is an output resistance, its value is 0 ideally, and its value ranges from 10 ohms to 100 ohms. The open loop gain of an op-amp is infinity ideally, and it ranges from 10 power 5 to 10 power 9 for a typical LM741 op-amp. Let us consider the voltage transfer characteristics. Voltage transfer characteristics means graph plotted between input voltage on x-axis, output voltage on y-axis. It is to be understood here the input is in terms of millivolts and the output is in terms of volts. When we consider the region, in between minus 0.1 to plus 0.1, the output is linearly related to the input signal, and this region is called the linear region. When my input is beyond 0.1 volts, then my output is said to get saturated in the positive direction. Similarly, my output is said to be negative saturated if my input is beyond this 0.1 in the negative direction. When my op amp is saturated, its value is 1.5 volts less than the supply volts. For example, if the supply voltage is 15 volts, then the output saturated value of the op amp is 13.5 volts. So, op amp can be operated either in the linear region or in the saturation region. For linear amplification, we require the op amp to be operated in the linear region. Let us consider two important rules which will be helping us a lot in the analysis of op amp circuits. One such rule is current drawn by either of the input terminals is zero because input resistance is infinity. This is a very significant rule that is being frequently used in the analysis of op amp circuits. In the diagram, it is shown that current entering into the plus terminal is 0, current entering into the negative terminal is 0. The second rule is a virtual short. The input-output relationship of a given op amp is as shown here. V0 is equal to A into V plus minus V minus, where V plus minus V minus is called as differential input voltage. For a given finite output, VID is equal to V0 by A and is equal to 0 because A is infinity. A is called open loop gain of the op amp when it is infinity, meaning op amp is said to be ideal. That means for an ideal op amp, VID is 0, from which we can conclude that V plus is equal to V minus. That means V plus is equal to V minus is what is called virtual short concept. That means though V plus and V minus are not physically connected through a wire, but still they are said to be at same potential. That is why it is called virtual short. A subpart of this virtual short is what is called a virtual ground. Meaning, suppose if V plus is grounded physically, then V minus will be at a zero potential, which is what is called a virtual ground, which is coming out of a virtual short concept. These two rules, one which we have seen earlier and this virtual short concept, are very important, which will be frequently used in the analysis of op amp circuits. To summarize, we have understood that op amp made the design process easier as knowledge of internal structure of op amp is not required. Also, we have learned that op amp has got two input terminals, two power supply terminals and one output terminal. Also, we have understood op amp can be operated either in linear region or in the saturation region. When op amp is got saturated, its value is 1.5 volts less than the supply voltage. For example, if the supply voltage is 15 volts, then the saturated value of op amp is 13.5 volts. Also, we have seen two important rules which will be helping us a lot in the analysis of op amp circuits. Thank you.